Keith. Adam Schefter joins the show with today's NFL free agent deal. So many to talk about. Again, all eyes on Le'Veon Bell, plus the latest on Conor McGregor's arrest in Miami. And on the eve of his pro day, a look at Kyler Murray's unique path to the draft. You don't want to miss it. SportsCenter after PTI on ESPN and the app.
Nick Foles goes from Philly to St. Louis to Kansas City, back to Philly, now finding a home in Jacksonville and also finding $50 million guaranteed.
Good for him.
Yeah, we got Teddy Bruschi here with us. We talk about this all the time. He's this polarizing evaluation. Is he the backup QB? Is he the Super Bowl MVP QB? What's his situation there in Jacksonville?
Well, Jacksonville wanted the Philly special, if you will, Nick Foles, the one that was in Philadelphia in that system, and having the former relationship with offensive coordinator John DeFilippo. You got that. That's what you want, but you got to understand what this does to the entire team. Do you have a quarterback now that can put some points on the board? Yes. But let me talk to you about a defense to where when you stop an offense and you go to the bench and before you get your drink of water, you see the punt team going out there over and over and over again. You just can't sustain that type of high-level defense year after year. You could see it on the Jaguars defenders. Man, can we put more than 15 points a game up on the board? This immediately lifts your spirits like we know we got something now. We know we got an offense that can score. There's no Alshon Jeffrey, all right? There's no Zach Ertz over there. But they got to find some offensive players that are willing to make plays on the ball because Nick Foles will give them a chance. But if I'm playing defense, I see this signing, and that's why it's more than just a quarterback in Nick Foles and the system and Flip, the OC, and all of that, the relationship. It's about that defense knowing that you're finally doing something to help us. We will continue to hold teams to less than 20 points a game, get us 20-plus. We can do some things next year.
All right. Blake Bortles, by the way, the guy who induced a lot of those punts, he'll likely be cut later this week. Let's go to the Jets. They have made some signings. They got C.J. Mosley. They got Anthony Barr, Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator. What kind of a defense has he put together right now?
You know, I love it when linebackers get that money.
I know
when
that.
They get paid.
I know.
And you couldn't sign two different players. I mean, Anthony Barr coming over from Minnesota, you notice all the things they did with him. Defensive coordinator Greg Williams. He's going to be all over the place, moving Barr around, rushing the passer. But you also need a linebacker that has, you know, eyes in the back of his head that can decipher route combinations, know what's going on in front of him, and that's Mosley. So you've got sort of a 1-2 punch there. It costs you a lot of money, but you need these type of players with this type of defensive pedigree to say, we don't care who's on the other side of the ball. We've had success ourselves, and all of that confidence will exude with all that defense. The Jets, they got a lot better. These are two linebackers that can play good football.
You put those guys with Leonard Williams and Jamal Adams. They got some good players over there on that side of the ball. They also have the 3rd overall pick in next month.
Jets fans.
Is it time? J-E-T-S?
It could be, yes.
Yeah, the former Patriot. J-E-T-S.
I'll never say that.
Carrie?
Whoa. David, you got him saying J-E-T-S. Meanwhile, let's go to BNP Paribas Open. Some tennis, shall we? Indian Wells, 3rd round, Naomi Osaka facing Danielle Collins. We're going first set, 4-all. Wicked backhand return right here from Osaka. She's pumped. She'd go up 5-4. Set point for her. Really easy for this one. Long rally between the two. Finished by Osaka. Strong forehand. She takes that first set. So we're moving on to the second. She's looking good. Match point for her. We'll take you right there. Strong serve. Basically knocks Collins off balance. She tries to do her best to stay in it, but she can't. Backhand winner. Osaka wins in straight set. 6-4, 6-2. The #1 player in the world advances to the round of 16 tonight. Meanwhile, let's rewind, though, to last year at Indian Wells. Naomi Osaka won her first professional tournament. The defending champion talks to Tom Rinaldi about what the last 6 months have been like since winning the U.S. Open and becoming the world's #1 ranked tennis player at the age of 21.
Osaka, back-to-back Grand Slam champion. This moment in Melbourne is all hers to savor.
First thing that came into your mind and heart? when it was over.
You always dream about winning Grand Slams, but when it actually happens, it's like you're not really living. You're watching yourself doing the things, but you're not sure if you actually won these tournaments or not.
If I asked you 6 months ago what success would be, what do you think your answer would have been then?
I think it would have been maybe winning one Grand Slam. I think I would have been happy with that for starters. I didn't really expect to win back-to-back.
Naomi Osaka, a quantum leap U.S. Open champion, instant star, but in the most controversial U.S. Open final ever.
We welcome you to the trophy celebration of the United States Open.
As soon as we started, boos came down from around the entire arena, directed right down onto the court. What did you think in that moment?
I was really sad. But not for me. Like, I felt bad that everyone was in that situation in a way. And I also felt bad for the audience because the person that they wanted to win didn't win. And I kind of hoped that after they were sad, they would be happy for me.
When you look back at that experience now, Naomi, what do you think of Serena's performance?
I haven't watched the match back, so I don't know.
Never?
No.
Why not?
Everyone always talks about it in a negative way, and for me, I always want to be positive. I think the US Open was one of the best tournaments of my life, and I don't think anything will change that fact. And just the fact alone that I got to play with Serena is one of the biggest memories of my life.
So many of us dream of having great success. To have it at your age, how do you prepare for the fame that comes with it?
For me, I don't really think about it too much. I only do what I'm good at, which is playing tennis. The other stuff, of course, it comes with that. But for me, the biggest thing and my biggest priority is doing something that I've practiced my whole life for.
All right, so you can read more about Naomi Osaka in the latest issue of ESPN the magazine. Osaka, there she is, graces the cover of the magazine's 4th annual World Fame 100 issue. Impressive for a young lady that is just 21 years old. Really do like her. Get up, though, folks. Let's talk about that tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern with Greeny and Company. The NFL New Year is finally here. They'll tell you free agency's winners and losers. It has been crazy. Plus, has Le'Veon Bell found a new home? That's all we care about. Go to the Twitter. I hear it's crazy there as well. And as the Warriors and Rockets line up for another playoff preview, Jalen Rose will tell you how Golden State can return to form. We will have more.